Who Yaroslav Amislav? He's good.
This is Magomedov, right?
Oh yeah, you're right.
That guy's undefeated, I think, and he's really good apparently. I don't know. That's why I say they have a good Russian pipeline. I have no idea though how it works.
I'm sure they do. Like, I'm sure they have. I don't know, man. It's just like I'm sure there's shitty Russian fighters too. Dude, I just
I mean,
can't
I'm
get
not even
over.
gonna. I'm just gonna watch it sound off because the commentary, like, listen to Bellator commentary sounds like a personal hell to me.
Dude, I don't want to listen to the commentary either. But one of us has to, because otherwise we literally just don't know who's fighting. Because they don't have the
I'll
names
turn it on
anywhere
low
on the
volume.
overlay. Just knock this guy out. Holy fuck, please.
Okay, I'm assuming you can't hear the fight audio.
I can't hear it.
Really? What?
Okay, he won. Thank
What?
Christ.
Oh, go, Dad! You got knocked out? Oh,
Yeah.
holy shit! Dude, these guys are juiced as hell. Holy shit! Damn, I kind of missed the like. I thought the black guy was getting wrecked. I kind of missed how he got
He
turned
was getting
around.
wrecked. He landed a pretty good counter shot that, like, pretty much knocked the other guy out on the feet and then finished it with ground and pound.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah,
the fight
classic.
before this
I love that.
was the one you missed. It was Michael Venom Page.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I was like, oh shit, I gotta get on because the main event's probably about to start.
Holy shit, though. Like, pretty brutal fight. He literally, the fight started, I watched it for like 10 seconds, I turned away.
Nice.
By the time I
That's
turned
good.
back, it was over. Like, what happened, right? Michael Venom Page throws a kick, lands directly on the guy's knee. You can physically see the kneecap get shifted up like 2 inches on his leg. And then he goes and steps down and he
Jeez.
collapses on the ground.
Wait, which one? Michael Venom Page or his opponent?
Michael Venom Page kicked the guy's knee, and his kneecap shifted
Got
up
it.
2 inches, like still in the skin, just all of the ligaments just like ripped off of it.
Damn, I gotta watch that. That sounds pretty sweet,
Dude, it's
actually.
gross. It's gross. It's really gross.
Yeah.
It honestly, yeah, you just see
Yeah, I
you
still
see
wanna
the
watch
you
it.
see the knee, right? And then just like something like shifts up, like up and out of the leg. It's so weird. It's just like he like shifted like a bone splint. Okay, dude. So this was black guy versus white guy. Let's take a look at Bellator's fight list.
So, who are these? Can you tell me who are these guys? Like,
No,
I feel like I should at
I'm
least know
trying to
their
look it
names.
up right now.
Why haven't they? Why aren't their names on anywhere on the screen? Like,
Oh, it
what
says
is
it's in the background. You
happening?
have to look at the
I know it
background.
said it for a second there, but it never showed the whole screen.
I know it didn't show the
Like,
whole
there's
screen.
a. I'm looking at a. I'm having a look at like the background screen.
Oh, okay. I'm looking at Bellator
Mol
MMA right now, and it says Moldavsky versus Vessel. I
Moldavsky?
think that's it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, sure, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, solid. You did
Oh, okay,
what
great. So there's one more fight, and then there's the
you
main
could
event.
do.
That's actually great.
Yeah, I did. Apparently, this Umar, or what's the name? Umar Nurmagomedov?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, Umar. No,
Usman.
Usman.
Usman Nurmagomedov. Yeah, he is pretty good apparently.
You've never seen him fight?
Yeah, I've seen him fight earlier on.
He's really good. He like completely just shut out the previous champion at 155, like easily. He honestly didn't even look like he was trying. Dude, why does it look like there's like
Love it.
300 people in the crowd?
Bellator's figured out how to make the crowd look bigger. That's something the UFC hasn't had to figure out yet. That's why when the UFC doesn't get a crowd, it looks terrible, like
Yeah,
that Brazilian card.
that's true. Like in the the Brazilian card.
I was like, oh shit, that's what that looks like. All right,
Dude,
who's
John
that guy?
McCarthy, he's so bad to listen to. By the way, like I'm pretty sure he has a tattoo on his finger because he got that instead of wearing a wedding ring.
Oh yeah, I've seen people do that. I don't know why people do
So
that.
annoying.
First of all, wedding rings are dumb, but also weddings are dumb. So
I know. Yeah, I mean, speaking of weddings, banning interracial marriage, dude.
yeah, but dude, I mean, yeah, it's fucking retarded, but they're not. I don't think it's actually. I don't think anything can happen.
Well, the guy in that video basically said like, yeah, it's gonna be challenged, but the main goal is to bring it to the Supreme Court, and then basically have it be the same, where it's like up to the states to decide. It's be the same as abortion.
Like they're saying the Supreme Court's gonna overturn its previous decision
Yeah,
if they
because
bring it to the Supreme Court.
didn't the justices literally say like this also calls into question gay marriage and interracial marriage
Yeah, it does.
and birth control?
Yeah, interracial marriage, gay marriage, all that stuff. I think they're all based on a similar. I don't know. Sarah explained to me all at some point. I kind of
I
forget
literally
now.
don't like. I mean, interracial marriage, gay marriage is one thing, but like interracial marriage, I literally don't even understand how that can be a thing, considering race isn't like a real thing. It's just
Like, how
like
do you
your
prove
skin
that a
color.
marriage qualifies as interracial?
Well,
Because they're basically just gonna say that the fucking county clerk can do it at his own discretion.
right, exactly.
The Supreme Court is there. No, yeah, because they're not saying you can't do interracial marriage. They're saying, oh, the county clerks can use their discretion. Whereas before, if you found a county clerk discriminating based on or saying an interracial marriage isn't allowed, and you proved it was like a pattern of just stopping interracial marriages, then the
Yeah.
county clerk would be punished.
I mean, it's interesting because like they did also try to pass a bill that banned gay
God, what
marriage.
is this chat, dude? They're like debating whether or not they're like trying to say that bodybuilders would beat MMA fighters.
Wait, what chat?
The fucking no, never
I'm
mind.
not gonna look at that chat. Dude, honestly, it's probably a better,
Don't.
more interesting and nuanced conversation than whatever Josh Thompson's saying on the Bellator desk right now. Dude, actually look at like the Bellator graphics. What is this mismatched like partial screen of the guy
The
walking out
offset
and then they
screen.
yeah, and then they show Josh Thompson. Not to mention just like the Bellator graphics of just the word Bellator scrolling in the background looks fucking horrible.
I mean, at least that looks like purposeful. I'm pretty sure.
Huh? What?
I'm pretty sure like they did that offset graphic thing on purpose.
Oh yeah, I know. But like why even have a split screen? Having a split screen is just dumb, especially when it's talking heads. Just have them be talking over top of them.
Yeah, it is dumb.
It's like the most awkward thing the UFC does in terms of its broadcast is like slowly pan the camera away from Megan O'Leary while she's still talking. But
Yeah.
like
And
at
you're
least
gonna
they
say
don't
it.
try to keep it focused on her while they're also like following the athlete. Okay, this is the last fight.
That's like honestly just turning to. It's just kind of funny at this point to me
Yeah, it's kind of
when
turned
they
into a
like
meme.
pan past Megan O'Leary.
Yeah. It's like, what would be a smoother way of doing that? I still think just like cutting to the athlete. Like, go on Megan O'Leary, and then as soon as you see the athlete approaching her in the background, cut to the athlete. Don't like. But I don't know if they have two different cameramen, one on O'Leary and one on the athlete.
Well, the panning camera doesn't even. It
Doesn't
just
add
like
anything to
pans
it.
off to a like an LED, like it's a screen showing the fight preview. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, true.
It's dumb. God, I gotta. Go
Oh,
screen
this
this
is the
chat so
lightweight tournament. Dude,
cringy.
Bellator.
The lightweight tournament, the idea of tournaments is kind of interesting.
What?
I feel like it would be interesting if the UFC did a tournament. I like the idea
Oh,
of it.
Musayev versus Shabli is in the tournament with Usman and Henderson.
Dude, they should have done the same sides on the same day, so that the same sides of the brackets, so that like
Yeah, they can face off.
they can face off after. Yeah.
The winner faces off. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, at least they have 2 fights on the same day. But I mean, I guess it's a pay-per-view. Okay, who do we got? Russian guy or Shabli? Dude, okay. Let's just take this opportunity to talk about UFC. Because the card in England is fucking crazy.
Which one is that? Like the one coming up next week? Like the week after this one?
Yeah, the pay-per-view. The main card seems it seems normal. The main card seems like fine. It's like what we expected, right? But then the prelims, there's just like so much random shit. So, first of all, Joanne Wood versus Luana Carolina is on the main card. For some reason. And I'm pretty sure Luana on the main card of a pay-per-view underneath Kamaru Usman. Like, Kamaru Usman and Justin Gaethje are like 2 of the biggest pay-per-view stars in the UFC. And they fucking put Joanne Wood? By the way, I'm like definitely gonna fade Joanne Wood. I don't think she has anything. By the way,
Oh yeah.
tomorrow's main card is pretty good. They put back Krylov versus Span on the main card. Volkov versus
catchweight
Romanov
out.
is an interesting crossroads fight at heavyweight. Main event, great. And then you have Mario. Oh, Saeed Nurmagomedov is fighting again. Yeah, just like some fun fights.
Yeah,
Saeed
pretty good.
Nurmagomedov is really good. Prelims, nothing. Prelims, nothing that impressive. Honestly. Yeah, prelims don't have anything great. Jared Gooden's fighting. That guy's crazy. Bruno Silva's fighting.
Jared Gooden's a guy who lost to Abu Bakar Nurmagomedov.
Jared Gooden? He did?
Right.
Okay, but then
Yeah, I
next
think so.
week, Gunnar Nelson versus. Wait a second. Oh shit, dude! Next week's card is really annoying. Cause you have like some really good fights, like Gaethje Fiziev, and then Vittori Roman Dolidze on the UK card. Yo, are you still there?
God damn it, dude! My internet so shitty.
Bellator needs to.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Bellator.
Alright.
Okay, here's a huge tip for Bellator. Play about 75% less, or give 75% less time to highlights. Because they show like highlights, but then they show it in slow motion, which is what they do like at the end of a fight, right? Because at the end of the fight, they'll show the knockout, and then they'll show it from like 3 different angles. So it just looks like you're watching the end of a fight. You're like, what is going on? They do not make it clear enough that these are highlights. It's a highlight reel we're watching. All right, but dude, Vittori versus Roman Dolidze.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Dude, that's a good fight. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it is a good fight. I never said it's a bad fight.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess you're responding to something else. But Joanne Wood versus Luana Carolina, like 2 unranked female flyweights that both are boring as hell, on the main fucking card, bro. What is going on? Like, unless Joanne
Dude, the
Wood.
UFC pay-per-views just haven't been good in so long. Like,
But this is like a pretty good pay per
to
view.
expect.
Dude, this is actually a good
the main
pay-per-view.
card. The The women's fight's pretty bad.
But the thing is, they have other good fights that they could put on. Like, fucking give Mohammed Mokaev some shine. He's literally 9-0.
He also is kind of boring.
Put Veronica Macedo versus Juliana Miller on there. That'd actually be a more entertaining fight than Joanne Wood versus Luana Carolina.
Well, dude, aren't these guys ranked though? Aren't these guys ranked? That's kind of like
I don't think so.
crazy.
Joanne Wood's on a 3-fight losing streak. Luana Carolina just got knocked out by Molly McCann a year ago and hasn't
Dude,
fought
I'm
since.
sure she's still ranked though. Here, let me look it up.
Dude, I don't even think Molly McCann
right
was
now,
ranked.
but really,
I mean,
that's
Joanne Wood
surprising.
might be
Given
ranked.
how
Her last losses
shallow
were to like Tyler Santos and Alexa
women's
Grasso.
MMA is.
I know Bellator wants to like hype
Oh,
up.
you're right. Yeah, Joanne Wood isn't ranked. Flyweight, right?
Yep.
Yeah, no, she isn't.
No, seriously, it's like literally just honestly the worst fight on the entire card. I like. Can you not make a better women's fight? At like, I don't know, man. Juliana Miller was entertaining the last time she fought. She was crazy. Just put her on the main card.
Yeah.
Veronica.
Yo, let's turn our videos off. My internet's doing really bad. Just go audio only.
All right, fine.
Because you're probably not even getting a good stream of me anyway.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, is anyone even watching
Well,
this?
Turn mine off.
The Yak is under attack by Iraq. Ease. No, don't take into account that last part. Oh fuck, dude. All right, let's just shit on Bellator. I mean, that's why we're here, right?
Dude, it's honestly just getting too depressing to even shit on them. Like, not even good enough to shit on. That's the problem.
Dude, it's just like they have like 2 or 3 good fighters, but I don't know, man. They just cannot. They can't maintain a steady stable of talent, and so their fights
Yeah,
are just
yeah.
horrible. And also, I know they want to like hype up their guys, but this could have been like 10 minutes faster than how they're doing it.
Oh, yeah. No, this is rough.
Dude, Timur Valyev's on The Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah, I was happy to hear that. I thought he got cut way too soon, but I'm assuming he got cut because they knew they were going to bring him on the Ultimate Fighter.
I know, dude. They're like, we don't want you to fight for this much money, so we're gonna cut you and make you fight for free for a chance to earn less money
Well,
than you were
they
fighting for.
not even pay the Ultimate Fighter contestants?
I know. They get paid like $1,500 or something.
Yeah, basically they don't get paid, I guess.
It's basically like amateur fights, right?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, this guy looks like. I mean, these guys are in the lightweight tournament with Usman and Benson Henderson. Say what you want about other people, but Usman and Benson Henderson are actually good. I honestly think they're probably the 2 best guys in this tournament that I know of. Like, maybe one of these guys is going to come out of nowhere and shock the world. Keys to victory. Use combinations. Hide your kicks behind your hands. So, literally day 1 of kickboxing class. Oh, we need you to use combinations. You throw.
It's the same as boxing, dude. It's the same as boxing. It's like keys to victory. Stick behind your jab. Don't blow your gas tank early. Like, that's the type of shit they say.
I know, it's so dumb. Yeah, dude, boxing's so bad. Like, Jake Paul came into that fight with an actual strategy, and his strategy sucked so much. He's like, I'm gonna counter Tommy Fury's jabs. Yeah, you tried it, it just didn't work. It's like, what else can you do in boxing? Just gonna out jab him?
Yeah, dude. But
Dude,
dude, the
how would you
stupidest part of
feel?
boxing is that you can literally turn around, and that's like your defense for the whole fight, like Floyd Mayweather does.
Yeah, I know.
He literally just turns his back to his opponent, and then he waits for the ref to separate them.
Dude, how would you feel about something like sumo boxing, where you don't, the goal isn't to throw your opponent out of the ring, but it's like clinching is allowed. Then you can like push and stuff and you can trip, but you just can't elbow, knee, or kick or anything like that. But it's just they have a camera at the top of the cage, and then whoever spends more time in the center of the cage or like pressuring their opponent backwards wins. Like at the end of the fight, you just search
Damn
up.
it.
What would you? How would you feel about that sport? I feel like it could be interesting. Hello, are you still there?
Hold on, hold on.
By the way, what flag is that? It's not Kyrgyzstan. I don't think it's Iraq. Is it Iran? Is that the Iranian flag?
Alright, not even. Okay. Oh my god! I can't even use my hotspot because my parents have like blocked this website that we're using to watch the fights from our like data plan.
God damn, dude. They blocked ESPN. I mean, Showtime. Sorry, it's Showtime. Like that's how you got Bellator. They blocked YouTube. All right, who do you got in this fight? I got Musayev. Musayev. But I
Dude,
hope
you
it.
just took the guy because he has a Russian-sounding name.
Yeah, exactly, dude. What's this other guy's name? Shabbly? It literally sounds like shabby, like he's bad. Yeah, he is bad too. He didn't even do the keys to victory. He threw a naked leg kick. It literally told him to hide his kicks behind strikes. Dude, what the fuck? I mean, already these guys look 100% better than anyone else we've seen on this card. With the exception of maybe Michael Page, but we didn't see that much of him. It's more of just like an L on your opponent's part.
Like that. Venom is a pretty good nickname.
Gunner?
Venom, dude. His name
Oh,
is
Venom. Well, it's only good because, like, then his initials are MVP.
Well, also this Venom is cool. It's like a, I don't know, something that stings.
Yeah, this is less action than I was expecting it to be in a Bellator fight. Oh, they actually have the names on this one now. That's great. I don't know why they couldn't have done that earlier. The graphics guy's like on a bathroom break. It's just the third fight and during a pay-per-view. It doesn't matter.
I can't believe Bellator does pay-per-views. That just shows how like out of touch they are. I mean,
Seriously.
anyone who does pay-per-views is out of touch at this point because no one, like, they just is such an outdated model.
Like, I honestly feel like a good 30% of the people that buy Bellator pay-per-views are just the media that covers it. Like us.
Yeah,
Like
quite
us sad
to think
sacks.
about.
Okay, I would rather watch boring grappling than boring striking. Because
Why?
at least in boring grappling, you can just look at a glance and be like, oh, this guy's on top, he's winning. But in boring striking, it's like you had to have paid attention for the 10 minutes that they've just been like standing there or looking at each other to see who like landed one more glancing leg kick than the other one did.
That's true. That's very true.
It's like I'm watching this, I'm like, I have no fucking clue who's winning. Someone just get a takedown so we can like give the judges what they want. Like honestly, the striking numbers have to be below 10. Hey, they did a little combination there. Like 10 for each guy. Maybe like 12 now.
They gotta conserve their energy, man.
Yeah, it's a 5-round fight.
Hey,
Can't
is
get
it a
tired.
5-round fight? Why? It's not a title fight, nor is it the main event.
It's part of the
I guess
tournament.
just
It's part of the lightweight tournament.
all the tournaments have to be 5-rounders? Fair enough. I mean, I guess. I don't know.
Ah, God, this guy fucking sucks, dude. Shabli's just kicking out his legs. And he's literally not doing anything other than just like getting dropped by leg kicks. Dude, he keeps getting kicked in the leg like a loser. Dude, honestly, I have no respect to people that can't deal with leg kicks. Like,
It's like the
Magomed
default
Ankalaev
striking
almost wasn't
strategy
able
at
to
this
deal
point
with
in
them.
MMA.
Huh?
It's just like it's like the default striking strategy in MMA.
I know, exactly. Exactly. It's like, Adesanya did it the best, right? If it's the bare minimum thing that you need to do to win. And if people can't figure out how to deal with it, then you just need to take another look at yourself. Like, reconsider your career choice. Like, learning how to check a kick should be one of the first things you learn how to do. If you decide to do MMA striking. Don't high five after that round. God damn it. What the fuck is this? What? Are you seeing this?
Shamrock versus Gracie.
I think they're saying that this was like 10 years, like 15 years ago or something. Kong Lee. Okay, that was awkward. Okay, they've got a decent crowd there. I mean, you know, not too big, but it looks cozy. Like you can settle down for a nice intimate group of people of your friends. Jason Herzog's the ref for this main event.
Jason Herzog.
What?
Nothing.
Yeah, okay. Shabbily just finished the job. Finish the job, my man.
Shabale. Shabala shabby.
I wonder
Shabby
what the odds
shabala.
are on this fight, on the main event.
Shabala shabala shabala.
Okay. Okay.
I'm ready.
Okay, dude. Musayev's not even getting close to landing any of his strikes. He's throwing combinations from like 6 feet away. I don't really know what he hopes to accomplish there. This is the worst of fighting, right? When like you get two guys and neither of them is really willing to just go for it.
It is, yeah, boring striking fights are painful. Every time.
Yeah, I know. Do they have Usman versus Henderson on my bookie? Ugh. I wonder what the odds are. Dude, who do you think is gonna win next week's fights anyway? Piotr?
Oh yeah, whoever's gonna win.
Yeah, Merab. Because Merab usually gets, like, clipped early on, but then he can tire out his opponents. But, like, if you look at Piotr, he's pretty okay early on, and then he just gets better. So I don't really see Merab's usual strategy working against Jan.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Bellator MMA lines. Holy fuck, dude. Guess Usman Nurmagomedov's odds.
Minus 600.
Minus 600?
He's fighting Benson Henderson. Yeah, I'll go with like 600.
Okay, so for context, let's see how old Benson Henderson is. Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's fighting Benson Henderson. Henderson's good. Benson Henderson's record. So first of all, Benson Henderson is 39, fighting at lightweight. Second of all, he won in 2019. After 2019, he went on a 3-fight losing streak. Chandler, Jackson, Brent Primus. Then he won against Islam Mamedov and then beat Peter Queally. So he's like 3-2 in his last 5.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
His last win in the UFC was against Jorge Masvidal with a split decision. But he lost to Michael Chandler, Patricky Pitbull, and then lost to Michael Chandler again. Okay, but dude, so minus 600 Usman? Dude, Usman is a minus 2,500 favorite. That's
minus 2,500? I feel like that's more than I've seen in like Amanda Nunes or Valentina Shevchenko type.
Dude, no. Bellator is... It's like infamous for having insane lines.
That is a crazy line though, yeah.
Like, Bo Nickel was minus 2,000 favorite.
I mean, that just like can't even be right though, right? Like, that just sounds dumb.
Dude, yeah. I mean, Bellator is just known for putting on... But dude, actually, who would you pick? A 39-year-old lightweight or Usman Nurmagomedov? Who's honestly
No, I know,
UFC
but like
level.
2,500, that's just like that. Now we're getting into like I said, now we're getting to like freak injury odds are like making this not even worth it territory.
Yeah, I know, you're right. You can't even use it as like a parlay piece. Oh
Yeah.
god, dude, the fact that they need to show Showtime ads between rounds like pisses me off so much. And it's for boxing too. Okay, let me take a look at Benson
Boxing.
Henderson's. So Benson Henderson has a decision win over Peter Queally, decision win over Islam, decision loss against Brent Primus, decision loss to Jason Jackson. And then remember Michael Chandler knocked him out and that's when he joined the UFC?
Yeah.
In 2020?
Yeah.
So he got knocked out in 2020 and then since then he has 4 decisions. 6 if you count the 2 grappling matches since that he's done in that time. And then Usman Nurmagomedov, let me see about his decisioning abilities. He has a decision win over Patrick People, and then he choked Chris Gonzalez, choked Patrick Piella, knocked out Manny Mura, decision Mike Hamill, and then knocked out a bunch of other guys. I don't know. Do you think over 4.5 rounds is like a good bet at plus 108?
Over 4.5 rounds? Well, I don't know. Like, how many finishes does this Usman guy have? Like, I remember the one fight I watched with him. He fought a pretty bad guy, but it went to decision.
Well,
But he was
he has
wrecking the guy
all,
the whole
dude.
time.
All of his wins are by finish except for like 2 against bad guys. But then he did fight Pitbull, and he decisioned him.
I don't know, man. Over 4.5, I think it's just risky.
I know.
Like, you just don't know, ultimately. Sounds like he has a lot of finishes. And he's primarily a striker, from what I remember.
Usman?
Yeah.
He likes to strike, but he has a shit ton of chokes too. So
Well,
just
still,
like
he can
going
still
from his
finish.
resume, he has decision win, and then before that, front choke, RNC, knee to the body, decision, TKO, TKO, knees, TKO, 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 choke, decision, KO, sub, ground and pound. So he's been finishing like shitty guys, but like I honestly think Benson Henderson's the best guy that he's fought.
Jesus Christ, dude. These chats are like literally bottom feeder type shit. What? Fight got called for a nut shot?
No, he needed him in the ribs. It wasn't a nut shot. The guy just tried to pretend it was a nut shot.
So why do they wait so long to call it then?
Fucking stupid. That's why.
No, like he stopped it and then he called it like 10 minutes later. What happened?
I don't know. Bellator's always been shit. Anyway, that guy was losing.
No, that's fine. I'm just trying to figure out what happened.
Dude, I literally saw the replay. I'm like, why are they allowing him? Maybe the guy pretended he was hitting the nuts. The ref. Oh, he was hitting the nuts. Jason Herzog probably didn't know what happened, and then they called in the instant replay. I mean, that was a sweet kick to the ribs, to be honest with you. It did. His foot did deflect off of his ribs and graze the cup.
Yeah, so then okay, but then why did they stop the fight? It hit the nuts.
I don't know. It's such a clusterfuck.
No,
I remember, dude. I
why
still
did it even
remember
go
Corey
on, dude?
Anderson versus, what's his name? Vadim Nemkov, I think, and he was fighting him, and he was like beating the shit out of him, and then he like he was beating the shit out of him, and then in the third round he accidentally headbutts him while he's like getting side control. And then he keeps beating the shit out of him. Then the ref stops it. And they turn the fight into a no contest because of the headbutt. When, if it was like 2 seconds longer, it would have been over half the fight time. And they could have scored it. And then Corey Anderson would have won and been the champion. But instead, they call it off. And he loses. Or it turns into a no contest. And then they run it back and he loses. I'm like... Fucking loser, dude. You got screwed so much. Okay, so what happened? So Herzog called time.
I just don't know how Herzog is making the decision that it was a fair blow. That he went down because of the rib kick and not the nut shot.
I don't know. I don't know how they can make that
That
decision
seems
either.
entirely just him making that up.
No, I don't know. What is the commentary saying? Do you have it on?
Yeah, it's pretty quiet though, but
Dude, it's probably going to make
The
it more
commentary just said
confusing.
Jason Herzog made the determination that there was incidental contact with the cup, but that's not why you went down.
Well, I mean, I guess the refs have the ability to make the call on like how the fighters were affected by illegal strikes, right? Like they always do that with point deductions. Like that's definitely a part of their job, but you're right, like I don't know, man. If it was really a nut shot that put him down, he wouldn't be like hunched over the stool right there. That like to me it looks like he was hurt to the body, especially the way he turned away after that. Usually when guys get hit in the nuts, they kind of like crouch down and they reach down. But he kind of just like turned away and let out a groan. You know, Shabley did look pretty good. Not gonna lie. But that's probably just relative to his opponent. I think Jason Herzog had just seen enough, and he's like, "I'm gonna take this opportunity to finish the fight." Dude, also, can Bellator like find someone with less charisma than John McCarthy in the cage, or like lower energy? I literally don't think it's possible. He's like
Yeah,
one of the
no, it's
flattest
pretty bad.
people. Even in his fucking podcast, dude, so flat. It's just slow. He's not when you think of like people on the mic, he's not the person I'd be thinking of first. Dude, the fucking t-shirt with hood looks so bad. The hoodie t-shirt.
Yeah, it does.
You
Don't know why
you at least need to just
you
like
want that.
do the cool thing and get a real hoodie and then cut the sleeves off. Then you can have like some claim to fashion. All right, main event time. Let's go. Usman versus Henderson. Minus 2,500 favorite. Yeah, dude, you're right. Like, I think Nunes was around like a minus. Honestly, I feel like Nunes against Pena in the first fight was like minus 1,200. Because I know she was minus 1,200 and then she was something like minus 300 in the rematch. Jesus Christ, dude, look at this guy. AJ McKee.
He's got the boxer
What?
method of dressing up.
Dude, 7 wins is the second most in Bellator history? Jesus, dude. I never,
Yeah,
like, I knew it was kind
yeah.
of a shithole. I didn't know fighters treated it as a shithole, too. It's like, get in, get out. Do not stay there. It's like where careers go to die. Even Eddie Alvarez. Yeah. Even Eddie Alvarez left for BKFC. Although I guess he was in one. And then he got cut because he was losing. Keep this guy around. Have him do a face-off with Usman. Or
But
put
he's
him
not
in the
even gonna be
crowd.
fighting this one next.
Oh yeah, he's not fighting Usman next. You're right. Again, dude, the split screen. Show us one or the other. Also,
There's just so much dead space when you do this. Like
I
like
know. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying like the
so much
Bellator
wasted space.
scrolling background. Also, dude, like I feel like it's a misstep to have these talking heads have the desk literally in front of the cage so you can see the cage in the background. Just like make it seem like you have another fucking room in that arena. Like, is there literally the only?
That's all they
the,
have, man.
Yeah, that's all they have. Primus versus Marnau. Well, a French guy. That'd be interesting. Musayev lost. All right, you got Usman versus Benson Hendo. Oh yeah, technically Usman's a champion. Benson Henderson doing the that like one mugshot meme hairstyle. Had it tied on one side, combed on the other. Dude, it's a wrap. Usman's training with Umar. And Islam's in his corner? What the... Dude, this is like the most stacked corner ever. Like, honestly.
It's pretty stacked. Yeah, he said he has... I said earlier he has like Umar, Islam, Javier Mendez, and some other guy.
Yeah, that's pretty stacked. I mean, fuck, dude. I just want to see Umar fight again.
It's just his team. I mean, it is what it is.
Well, yeah, but now his team is like all champions. I mean, I feel like people are higher on Umar than they are on Islam right now after the Volkanovski win. To me, the biggest draw, like the biggest drawback on Usman is or not on Usman, on Islam, is his weight. Like, he needs to figure out, he needs to either slim down to make lightweight better, or like beef up and just move to welterweight. In my opinion.
Usman did it not make weight or something?
No, he made weight, but I thought he was like, his performance was affected by the weight cut in the last fight.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Wait, okay, yeah, sure. Wait, are you talking about Islam or Usman?
Yeah, Islam.
Oh, Islam. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think the hydration affected it too. Which isn't a great excuse.
Well, yeah, but that's
it is
weight
an
cutting.
excuse.
Like, that's a part of weight cutting.
I know, but like, it's still
Just having
you're still
12
not always
less
gonna have
hours,
the
you're saying?
circumstances.
You're saying having 12 less hours affected him?
Yeah.
Dude, can you see what I mean about showing these, like, clips? The clips go on for way too long.
Dude, they're just filling up time. You just don't have advertisers. That's all that's happening right now, dude.
How do they not have advertisers?
It's the time that UFC uses for advertising.
Well, I also just think the UFC does a better job of, like, bringing their athletes out quicker. They also, dude, holy fuck, like, they need to pay for a third person there. It's just Josh Thompson and this woman. Like, Josh Thompson seems nice enough. He's probably not that nice, but he's one of the dumbest people I've heard talk. And it's not just the CTE. Like, he just has stupid ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like just that he can't talk well. It's just done. Naz Cyber asks who's winning. Well, so this is a Bellator lightweight tournament, lightweight championship tournament, and we just saw Shabli versus Musayev, and Shabli kicked him in the ribs and it ended the fight in the third round, so he won. And then Usman and Henderson haven't gotten out yet to fight, so their fight hasn't even started yet. Damn, Benson Henderson is looking way skinnier than I was expecting him to be. I guess I just remember him as a bigger guy on the juice. He's probably still on the juice, but dude, 16-0, undefeated champ. Respect Usman. I basically have the exact same hairstyle as him right now. His is just like a couple weeks longer than mine. So I'm like, apparently the Roadhouse, like from the MMA Hour, they were saying like the Roadhouse remake was like Jake Gyllenhaal is a disgraced MMA fighter, which is why he did the thing where he's like pushing the referee off of him like multiple times. So then like
Ah.
the storyline is he gets kicked out of the UFC and then he gets work at like a Roadhouse as a bouncer. Which I'm pretty sure the original Roadhouse, the main character was a bouncer, but I don't know how it's gonna turn out with this. Dude, like it I don't know. It's probably gonna be like a straight to streaming type movie.
Yeah,
it is
probably.
just
It
funny
sounds
though.
like a dumb premise, but I don't know. What do I know?
Well, yeah. The movie cannot take itself too seriously. Dude, you know how we always say like women's division is like 20 years behind the men's division?
Yep.
I honestly feel like Bellator is about 15 years behind UFC in terms of promotional packages. Because this kind of shit where they're just like playing an entire interview of the fighter interspersed with highlights is, I feel like we saw this in like the Affliction era of UFC where they have like Michael Bisping and what's that douchebag like American wrestler guy, John Kennedy or something.
Tim Kennedy?
Yeah, Tim Kennedy. Then they have like those guys and they're like, I'm gonna beat his face. And it's like, I'm gonna take him down and
It
wrestle
reminds
him.
me. Remember that video you watched of we watched Dan Hardy, and he had GSP on his channel, on his YouTube
Oh
channel,
yeah.
and then they were like replaying an old promo,
Right, yeah,
and the promo
exactly.
went
That's what I'm
on and
saying.
on, and it was just like clips of Dan Hardy at GSP training, and like the best quips of the build up.
Right. Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. They're like 10, 15 years behind in the promotional area.
That was like honestly, that was like ahead of its time in terms of promotion. I'm just gonna turn my camera on to make sure it's working again.
Yeah, that's
Um,
true.
that was like ahead of its time for promotion because it wasn't just like the typical "I'm gonna beat his ass" type shit. It was like Dan Hardy actually roasting GSP, like, "What? Just because he wears some pajamas, he's a real martial artist and I'm not." Like,
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was a good line actually. I mean, Dan Hardy's got some good lines. He's just kind of a dumbass when it comes to some of the things
oh
he
yeah,
says.
he's a dumbass.
He's a dumbass when it comes to like staying unbiased, pretty much. Dude, the fucking Benson Henderson's Bellator highlight reel is slamming leg kicks into opponents and not even like knocking them down with leg kicks or anything like that. That was like the beginning of his highlight reel. Him throwing fucking leg kicks. Like, dude, he's had so many Bellator fights. Dude, he's just old. 39 at 155 is pretty, like, honestly, it's
Yeah, it's
unheard
really
of.
old. It's really old.
Like, you have,
But it's also Bellator.
how old is Dominic Cruz? Like 37 or something? 35?
No, off the top of my head.
DC Dominic Cruz. How old is Dominic Cruz, dude? Like 35?
I don't know. I'll look it up. I don't know how. I think I just know these things off the top of my head.
Yeah, dude, I expect you to.
He's 38. He's also very old.
Shit,
Damn.
he's
For
pretty
bantamweight,
fucking
that's
old.
crazy.
I mean, he's looked good, man.
He looked pretty good, yeah. But he's definitely lost some speed compared to before. There's no question.
He lost. I don't even know about that. I just feel like he's getting too predictable. Like people just figured out his style. Dude, he was fucking Marlon Vera
Yeah.
up.
I mean, I think there's some truth to that for sure.
Like I'm sure he's lost a little
Michelle.
bit of speed, but he stays in good shape. You know, the back wings, like the back tattoo of two wings is so cliche and it usually looks ugly, but honestly Benson Henderson's is like some of the better looking I've seen. It just fits his back probably the best. What is he doing, dude? Benson Henderson's talking to a random guy 3 rows back in the crowd.
Just like you should.
Yeah. Okay, dude. Odds on his ponytail getting undone during the fight.
Has that happened before? I feel like I've seen highlights where that did happen.
Well, I've never actually seen someone just like have a bun in their hair. I don't know. I feel like I've definitely seen times where hair has gotten unraveled. All right, let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go.
I got, dude. You know what they should do? Out of respect for Muslim fighters, they should have like the ring girls dress up in like the burqas and the hijabs. Just dress up in traditional Muslim garb. Like whenever there's a Muslim champ fighting.
That would be. No.
Be pretty funny. But it has a monster logo on it. Dude, again, this is just so confusing. They're showing Usman getting greased up, but in the background, on the screen, they're showing him like inside the cage stretching, getting ready for a different fight that he's done in the past. So you're seeing him at two different stages of like his pre-fight rituals. Okay, dude, keys to victory. Use the jab and push kick often. Don't hesitate to use your wrestling.
Hey, don't hesitate to use the skill set that you've developed literally since your birth.
You know what is kind of interesting? Just seeing the shorts. So what does Usman have on his shorts? He has AKA, he has his name Nurmagomedov, and then a few other sponsors. I mean, dude, I honestly don't think that like having sponsorships on your shorts looks bad at all.
Dude, it doesn't look any worse than what's already happening. It's retarded. It's just stupid.
I know, yeah, it is. Oh. Dude, this is the fucking stiffest ring announcer I've ever seen. His neck has a total degrees of freedom of like 30. He like is like this. He's
You
like
gotta be loose so you can like spin around and shit.
it's all about the voice for him though. Seems to forget that it's also like a visual art.
Yeah.
Alright, dude, let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Finally, I'm excited for Bellator to end tonight. What is this warm up, dude? Are you seeing Benson Henderson's like? Okay, whatever. What is this? Notable wins? He fought Nate Diaz in a title fight? Damn, dude. They have Josh Thompson as his notable wins. Dude,
Wow.
I love this. Dude, I fucking love Bellator. This is like turning me. They pan to the crowd and they show people like cheering. Then they just show like an old man sitting in his seat looking depressed. It's just like chewing on almond seeds or sunflower seeds, just like looking like he is not giving a single shit.
So wait, is the title on the line? I'm confused.
Yeah, it is. The
Okay,
title's on
so
the line
basically
in
the
all of
tournament's like basically independent of the title.
what?
The tournament.
Yeah, the tournament's independent of the title. The only thing is like
I guess the winner of the tournament would also have to be the
right,
title
because the
winner.
title's gonna make it to the end of the tournament,
Yeah.
and they also give the winner like I don't know how much money, like $1 million. I think they're saying. Holy fuck,
Yeah, I
dude!
guess
Look
I'm
at
just
the
wondering
size
what's in it for the
difference.
champion, but I guess
Usman's
yeah,
not
for
only
sure.
taller, but he's also more muscular and like just thicker than Benson in general.
Yeah, he probably cuts a bit more weight.
Usman looks so skinny though. Like compared to Islam, I'd say he cuts less weight, but goddamn, he's like a pretty thick boy.
He's growing into his body, man. Also, he's probably like a little bit lankier. I don't know though.
Oh, he looks way lankier than Islam.
Yeah.
Dude, Benson Henderson just does not look ready for a fight.
He just the look in his eyes is not great.
Yeah, the look in his
Honest.
eyes is kind of weird, but also just the way. Oh, leg kick, dude! It's his highlight. Slammed the leg kick on the ooze. The ooze.
Joe Rogan says that Benson Henderson was the first one who started throwing leg kicks. What happened there? How did they both fall down? How the fuck did
Oh,
Usman
dude, he
take the
head
back
kicked him.
off
Usman
of a
head
slip?
kicked Benson Henderson in the face. He hit his chin. This is about to be
Oh, okay.
over, bro. It's about to knock him out.
Well, I mean, he's already got the back. Oh wow, they can rep their gyms on their shore. That's kind of nice. That was, I mean, we're not we haven't even had a minute pass in this fight, dude.
Dude, Usman threw a head kick while he was completely off balance. He was already on his way down before it connected, and he still knocked Henderson on his ass. Like, Henderson's
Yeah, I was
39.
like, I don't even know how he transferred sufficient power, as if he's like falling over. While he's
It
throwing the
honestly
kick.
doesn't even matter. It's just like your hips generate so much power, like, through your leg that you just need to touch them. You don't even need to hit them hard. Is this going to be a first round submission?
Well, at least it's nice and quick. I love to see it.
Oh, the veteran savviness. Let me be John McCarthy.
Veteran savvy.
Benson Henderson's been here before, though. He's been head kicked and fallen on his ass and then gotten the shit beaten out of him and his back taken and a choke threatened on him before. Look at Benson Henderson throwing shots over his back. He is a warrior that just will not give up.
Dude, each second that passes while Usman doesn't finish Benson Henderson with his position is like 1% I'm discounting from like how dominant I think back control is in MMA.
Dude, he's still also just beating the shit out of him, like transitioning and throwing punches and stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, dude, he's attacking so many submissions. Like, obviously, forget about the outworking here. I mean, we can talk about that, where he's just forcing Benson to carry his weight, constantly breaking down his base. We can also just talk about the ground and pound he's laying. Also, he's just going to submit him in this position. If Benson survives
Dude,
this,
like,
I'm going to be
Benson's like
super
forced
impressed.
to like give up position just to like take off some tension off of his neck. Then he got finished when he had no more room to give.
That was sad. That looked like elder abuse, bro.
Bellator, baby! You love to see it. Bellator title fights.
Bellator. I mean, okay, Usman was minus 2,500 for a reason. Dude, there's literally no one in this organization that's going to do anything to this good man.
The Dagestanis, bro, they're so good.
Why is he holding up Henderson's hand? Because he landed a single leg kick on him?
I know. If I were Benson, I'd be like, fuck off.
I mean, dude, whatever. Benson. What was he expecting, dude? Look at this. Look, oh my god, dude. The fucking kick. That kick was beautiful. That kick was actually a beautiful kick. Look at this kick. Look at it. Question mark kick. The way he brings it up and slides it around over the guard.
It actually
Fucking
was a good quick. It just that he
holy
was
shit! That's
following
like
it
literally
and
the
he
best
threw
strike
it.
I've ever seen in Bellator. Dude, right on the. Dude, that might be one
Dude,
of
he
the.
slipped while throwing the kick on purpose to stop a counter shot on the way back.
Dude, actually, like, if
It's
that.
genius.
No, dude,
Genius.
like, if he didn't slip, that might have been, like, one of the best head kicks I've ever seen. Just, like, visually pleasing head kicks I've ever seen.
Yeah, he does have really, really good technique. It's crazy, man. Like you can't even say these guys are just grapplers. Like they're just insane all around fighters, man.
They're
Their
insane.
technique is so
And, dude,
flawless.
he wasted no time in fucking getting that finish. Jesus Christ, dude. Umar Nurmagomedov hugs Benson. Dude, Umar Nurmagomedov would fuck Benson up too. Like, I don't know who's better, Umar or Usman. Or Islam. They're all just fucking crazy good. Like, no, honestly, no wonder Habib retired at this point. Like, these guys are such head and shoulders above the rest of their competition. Like, we saw
I
Islam
know.
fight arguably one of the most skilled fighters in the world and still just, like, beat him.
Yeah, well, it was close at least, but yeah.
All right, whatever. Bellator's over. I'm not watching the rest of this. The Eagle, Usman won. Who won? Usman won. Usman fucked Benson up. I thought that was going to be a
He
tougher test.
basically had the fight. He had back control in under a minute. That's all you need to know about this fight.
Benson came out, threw a leg kick on Usman. It actually connected pretty well. Then Usman just throws a question mark kick, connects clean on Benson's chin, drops Benson, and then just is all over him for the rest of the fight. Subs him with 2.5 minutes left on the clock. Like, easy work. Easy fucking work. Usman's a monster. There's just no one in Bellator that's close to being as good as Usman is. I mean, it shouldn't be surprising, right? Because we're seeing guys from his team destroy in the UFC.
No, yeah. No, it's not surprising at all, but I mean, I don't know. I wish there were like some more interesting fights in Bellator. Maybe
Well,
like AJ
honestly, this was the
McKee or
most
something
interesting fight
versus.
I've ever seen Bellator put on. Like, maybe
I mean, yeah, I
Rumble.
haven't watched a lot of them. I mean, I'm just saying like there needs to be more parody. There
Ru-
needs to be more parody because even Islam in the UFC, like I think Vanille's gonna have some good parody. You
Fuck, dude,
know,
that question mark kick. I cannot get over it. Just lifts it up and then just like. Oh my god. Dude, the problem with Bellator is they'll give you parody, but the parody's just going to be like two 0-0 guys having their first pro fight, and then they just gas out like 2 minutes into the first round. That's your fucking parody for Bellator. Like, you cannot have your cake and eat it too, right? You can't have a good guy and an even fight in Bellator. That's
yeah.
really the problem. The question is, to me, when does Usman move into the UFC?
Dude, I think they're gonna keep him out while Islam's still champ. I think that's why they put um Usman in Bellator.
No, I agree, but do you think that
Oh,
Islam is going
money.
to move up to 170 and then Usman might move over?
I think Islam is pretty appropriately sized for 155, to be honest.
Yeah, he probably is. But dude, honestly, like, if Usman wins this tournament, that would be two more fights. He has two more fights to win $1 million in Bellator. And I don't think the money's going to really have any meaning to him, but what else does he have left for him at Bellator? He already made a beeline for the championship and then just won $1 million tournament, beating literally the best guys at lightweight.
I mean, they could just put him in the UFC and like they could both just be at the top of lightweight. Like I don't think they need to be. They need to fight each other.
I
Islam
wonder if
and
he could
Usman.
cut down to featherweight.
I'm never someone who encourages more weight cutting. Also, I saw him at the weigh-ins and he looked pretty drained.
He's a big guy. I mean, he's so
He
good.
just looked really deflated.
Well, I'm
Like
not saying he needs to move to UFC, but I'd just like to see him, test himself.
I mean, yeah. Well, I would just like selfishly like to see him in the UFC just because it's good for fight fans when the best fighters fight each other, right?
Right, exactly.
Like I want to see Usman fight all these other lightweights.
Yeah.
So.
But like the
So
problem is
yeah,
we're just never gonna
that's
see him
sense.
in a competitive fight. Like I think
Yeah, we're never gonna see him.
the next fight I'm looking forward to is him versus AJ McKee, just because AJ McKee is a cocky piece of shit, and I'd love to see him lose to Usman.
He's pretty cocky.
But I honestly think he'll just lose to Patricio Pitbull in his next fight, so I don't think that's gonna happen.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean he lost to him in his last fight. Or not his last fight. He did fight someone else, but the last time he fought Patricio Pitbull, he lost to him. Like, pretty stupidly lost.
Yeah.
Man, Benson Henderson has that vacant stare that old people get, and he's 39. I would consider calling him my man. Like, you've had a pretty good career.
She's definitely considering it already. But, I mean, I would also fight if I were him, if I got the chance to be in, like, $1 million tournament. You never know.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Everyone believes themselves enough, like, give them enough chance.
But now,
give themselves enough chance.
Is he going to really want to be doing, like, 3 fights in Bellator? Wait another 3 years until another lightweight tournament comes around?
Yeah. I mean, at this point, now that he's out of the tournament, I would say, like, what are you waiting for at this point?
You know what I've realized over the past few years? Because it used to be, like, Bellator and UFC, right? And I'm like, oh, well, if people lose in Bellator, they can go to, like, PFL or ONE. As you see, guys... Oh, yeah, he's putting down his gloves. He is retiring. Okay, great.
Oh, okay.
See, guys, like...
I turned off the fucking broadcast a while ago.
I'm just having it play in the background. Dude, watching Bellator on mute is one of the best decisions you can make.
Dude, yeah. Dude, the commentators just suck, dude. The commentators are so bad to listen to. It's really quite painful.
I almost want to listen to it just to make fun of it, but, like, I don't think that would lead to a good stream from us, and also we wouldn't be able to broadcast it. But anyway, what was I saying?
I don't know. I'm just saying he retired. That's good.
No, before that.
Oh, Usman? Talking about Usman?
Yeah, whatever. Put Usman in the UFC. Who gives a fuck? Benson Henderson should retire. Oh yeah, what I was saying about Bellator is, like, there's nowhere you can drop down from Bellator. Like, Bellator is the new regional show. Like, there are way better regional shows in Europe, like KSW, Cage Warriors. Then you have ONE, which is arguably, like, a regional show. Even though they get guys from around the world, it's still mostly a regional talent.
I mean, it's a pretty big region, I guess.
Well, yeah, it's a very big region, very populous too. But it's just like ONE is honestly just the worst. Bellator is the worst promotion talent, like, or it's like at the bottom. Like, I don't think you can get lower. You can move laterally from Bellator, like maybe PFL or ONE, but dude, that was I just cannot get over it. Oh wait, I actually want to hear what Josh Thompson has to say here, but it's still pay-per-view.
Time to breathe. I understand. He's 39 years old. He's
Nate Diaz is in there? What the fuck? That's hilarious. Nate Diaz just randomly showed up. Yeah, he walked in the cage. Josh Thompson just talking about how nice of a guy Benson Henderson is. Oh, well, they are talking about Benson Henderson retiring.
The last thing I want to say is, it was a pleasure sharing the cage with him. It's a pleasure being.
All right, fuck it. He's just saying like nice things about him because he's retiring. All right, well, I know we had some people pop up in chat, but I don't know if anyone's there anymore. Anyway, guys, that was Bellator. We'll be back for an actual good UFC card tomorrow. And until then,
Yeah, the card is good.
peace out.
I'm hyped for it.
Usman is a killer. Bet the house on Usman.